All right, welcome into this week's episode of The Big Three. I'm Heather Harrington, along with the one and only Wild Will West. Will, now I still can't stay up that late, but I made it to the seventh inning and the Astros were tied.
The game was over in 2.5 hours.
Man,
you didn't watch it last night?
I know, I missed the boat.
Baseball's
but the
too short.
Dodgers, your Dodgers, should I say, they actually go one up on the Astros, 3-1 win. What are you loving about this World Series so far?
That played out. That was a Dodger game, which means your starter goes 7 innings. Your bullpen takes over, shuts everybody down. You have a small lead, and you hold the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem's going to be, can I count on Justin Turner to hit a home run every single night? Probably not, right? Can I count on, Hernandez to be
Kike.
the best player in the history of the postseason? Probably not. Can I count on Yasiel Puig to hit 400 for the postseason? Probably not. So this is what still scares me about this series. Also, Astros won goose egg for games in the ALCS on the road. So this series, all they have to do is take one, and you get concerned about what they're going to be at home.
What do you see from the Astros? I mean, this is the #1 offense in baseball. They have some great bats, but the Yankees were able to quiet those a couple times, and you're going to most likely have, if this series goes the distance, Kershaw pitching 3 times. You got to feel pretty confident.
Yeah, if you can get 2-3 times with Kershaw. The thing that scares me is that they've always had Yu Darvish's number. Like the Astros, since when he was with the Rangers, they had his number, and that scares me a little bit because if they take Game 2 against Darvish, I get a little bit scared there.
Should we make a side bet? Or we'll ask Big Three viewers.
I took the Astros in 6. If it was the Yankees, I would have taken the Dodgers in 5, but I took the Astros in 6. I really did.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm the worst fan ever.
I forgot. I misintroduced my co-host, Lou Holtz, joining the program today. Okay, let's get into the meat of everything. This is Kentucky week. Does Tennessee beat Kentucky this week in football?
There is nothing quantifiable that I can point to that would tell me that Tennessee's going to beat Kentucky. Can they score an offensive touchdown? Look, that Kentucky team beat South Carolina by double digits, and that South Carolina team wasn't missing 3 starting offensive linemen and their top running back. So there's nothing you can tell me. And it was in South Carolina. It wasn't even at home, and they weren't coming off of a bye. So there's nothing quantifiable that you can point to that tells you Tennessee's going to beat Kentucky this week. Nothing.
Both teams going up against superior West opponents last week. They were both limited to only 1 scored.
Beat down.
Yeah, but Kentucky, it seems like the teams are very similar. They're both going to run the ball. Benny Snell Jr. is going to be the big workhorse for Kentucky to go along with John Kelly, and it's like which defense is going to break first. But hopefully you can see some Tennessee offensive production because I don't think Kentucky is a stellar defense. They're serviceable, much like the Vols are right now. I'm still really on the fence about this one. I want to be optimistic just because of that glory days Tennessee mentality that we all seem to still suffer from, but it's really hard to go out on a limb and say that they're going to be guaranteed a win. I'm still 50-50 on it. Okay, so looking forward, if Tennessee loses this game, then obviously the numbers would only be a 7-5 season max. And then that would be heavily in question if you lose to Kentucky. But where do you see the future right now for Butch Jones?
Look, if Butch Jones loses to Kentucky and you've got 5 losses and that's good enough, even if he wins out from there, you're Texas Tech. And I hate to just break it honestly to Tennessee fans, you should give up hope that your athletics director, that the boosters, that the powers that be care whether you win conference championships again.
So you're just going the hopeless route?
You should
I feel like is the hopeless route above or below Eeyore with the rain cloud above him and Winnie the Pooh?
I hate to. I don't know what else you can point to. Like if losing to Kentucky's okay, that's fine. That's who you are, though. Understand that is your identity now.
I will say at one point in time, I did feel like the beginning of the end with the whole fake news press conference and kind of that statement, and then nothing has rebounded. I still am not sure because it is a new athletics director, because there is still the possibility this team goes 8-4, 7-5, and maybe they do end up keeping all those people. Who knows? But I will say it felt very familiar to Derek Dooley's last press conference where he was just chewing on his glasses.
We've seen this movie before. That's what it feels like.
Tennessee Football 2.0. Yeah, we've seen that sequel. But that's going to wrap it up for us. We'll be back after the Kentucky game to see what the future holds for Tennessee football on another episode of
Groomers.
The Big Three. Stop. No groomers.